Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Luwawu in at the 4. And for Philadelphia, they've got Howard. He's out there with Embiid. Tobias Harris is out there with Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the 2-guard spot. Oh, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Here's Thibault. Back to Embiid. Harris outside. Another shot. Goes up with it again. Tries yet again. Embiid, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Harden with the stop.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Now here's Simmons. Embiid kicks to Simmons. 5 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Here's Howard. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
Here's Irving. Pass to Harris. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Simmons on the wing. Covered by Irving. Outside for Simmons. From deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here are the Nets. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Harden outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got his second bucket.
You always got to track Harden, an elusive player who knows how to get it done inside.
Pass to Howard. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
It's the Nets now. 76ers getting the bucket. Just 3 to shoot. And here's Harden for 3. Offensive rebound, Jordan. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
A nice shot by Harris.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Out left to the wing. Harris outside. Howard trying to free himself up. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 5 points so far.
You know, over time, as his game has evolved, Harris has accepted a bigger, expanded role. He knows he has the green light.
Lobs it up for Jordan. Rebounded by Howard.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Luwawu, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. First free throw is good.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Harden, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Philadelphia leading by 3. And it's Harris off the drive, up and in on the layup. Harris has got 7.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And here's Harden for 3. Again, the miss by Harden.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
You look at Ben Simmons, and it's easy to compare him somewhat to LeBron James because he's a walking triple-double threat every game. And quite honestly, I think he's only going to get better, especially if he adds a jump shot.
That one is off.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And he's good on the second.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
The 76ers leading by 6. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here's Thibault. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Over Harden. Thibault can't get it to go. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. And not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Now here's Simmons following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Now the pass to Luau. And he jams it with authority.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here is Irving. Pass to Harris. Harden with it. A 3 ball. And Simmons with the rebound.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Thibault, the pass to Howard. Here's Thibault. Bobbed up there for Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
Nets trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Irving kicks to Harden. Outside Irving. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Here's Thibault. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Can't hit from 12. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Irving from long range. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Irving. 76ers getting the bucket. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Irving's got 5 points so far.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Howard finds Simmons. Passes it to Embiid. That shot, no good. Jordan with some nice D. Harden against Simmons. And stolen by Simmons. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Harris. The rebound by the Nets. Here's Luwawu. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Thibault, the pass to Howard. Now here's Embiid. And here's Harris from the arc. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Go the other way.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Pass to Harris. And the pass to Jordan. Outside Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Thibault, the pass to Simmons. 76ers moving the ball around. There's the lob for Harris. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the 76ers lead by 7.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Clock at 6. Here's Irving. And that one hits back iron. The 76ers leading by 7. Simmons inside. Covered by Irving. They get it back. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Jordan. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shoots. And that one's good, Irving.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Embiid, the pass to Thibault. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Harris outside. Second chance shot. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And, you know, this team relies on Tobias Harris to score the ball, especially from these spots on the floor.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jordan dishes to Dinwiddie. they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Simmons with it. He has 5. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. 3 on 3. And Harris wide open. He shoots the wing jumper off target. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Philadelphia. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll return shortly. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Harris. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 4. Here's Curry. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. Power kicks to Curry. With the teardrop, and Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General Manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
A lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a great future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach. And Mike Conley, I think he too has the type of cerebral approach to the game that could lend itself to coaching.
It's an excellent starting list. And the first one drops.
A big X factor for the Sixers, I think, will be the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. He's got to become at least a threat as a perimeter shooter if they're going to have a chance to win it all.
So he gets them both. And especially in the playoffs where teams really scheme for you, Simmons shooting can be a real problem for the Sixers.
Yeah, it's a major liability, guys. There's no denying it. For all of his wonderful ability and versatility, the fact that it's basically 4 on 5 when they're on offense with him on the floor is a problem in the playoffs. And you said it. When teams can lock into you, they're going to make you do what you're uncomfortable doing.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the Sixers pick up 2. Harris outside. Jordan trying to free himself up. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Now here's Howard. And Curry, here we go. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, it's hard to know what Seth's going to do when he pulls up this close. He's excellent at making the defense uncomfortable.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
First one falls for him.
And just like his brother Steph, Seth is an impressive bucket getter. I mean, somebody whose role is to shoot and score the ball.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. He hits both from the stripe.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Embiid kicks to Curry. Over Irving. The 76ers again can't hit it. Mark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
Curry can't get it to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
They grab their own miss. Jordan the pass to Claxton. And it's sent back by Howard.
And you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
Another miss by Curry.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Embiid. Howard trying to free himself up. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
That's big boy strength, real big boy strength. Embiid is so good at fighting through whatever challenges the defenses present.
Here's Dinwiddie. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace, and he's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
Nets trail by 5. Inside. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Dwight Howard. That's a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
No good on the free throw.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done
in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And taking a look at some numbers here for Kyrie Irving. Great showing for him last season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. Here's Sampson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Burks. Over Harden. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Burks has got 4 this quarter.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Irving passes to Claxton. Wide open. But they recover it. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Passes it to Embiid. Over Claxton. He can't hit that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Now Irving. He's got 9. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Pass to Burks. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Friday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, questions for the Sixers about fit between their 2 young stars in Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are legitimate questions, because when young players are that talented, it sometimes is hard for them to sacrifice their own games for the good of the team.
And Burks hits 2 free throws. And for Simmons and Embiid, a clash of styles, too. Simmons, you know, Clark, is at his best in transition.
And, you know, Embiid, guys, is more a half-court threat, attacking in the post. Long term, I think they'll figure it out, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out between those 2.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
To the paint. Milton's shot is good. Milton's got his first 2 points of the night.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And here's Harden for three. Happy to see that one going after missing 6 of his 9 shots today.
And Harden is a laser, a straight-out gunner from deep. Has confidence in his long ball, and, you know, the defense has to get out on him from out there.
Here's Burks. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Here's Claxton. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Curry passes to Embiid. Back to Curry. Here's Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
Such a great rebounder. Athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Irving against Curry. And there's the pass to Sampson. The dish to Harden. Shoots over Burks. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And 11 points for James Harden.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And you look at Joel Embiid, Clark, for a player standing 7'2", probably close to 300 pounds. You've got to be impressed with how well he moves out there.
And, Kevin, that's the first and most eye-catching thing about him when I watch it, is how nimble he is for his size. And you notice it at the offensive end because he's got great skills and footwork, but defensively, he doesn't pick up a lot of cheap fouls despite having the primary role of rim protector for his team.
And Embiid, no good on that one. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed,
mercy, mercy me. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Now here's Curry. 6 points for him. Pass to Simmons. Over Irving. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Curry. And that's now 7 points for Ben Simmons. Irving against Simmons. We have the step back. Irving can't hit. The 76ers leading by 3. Simmons finds Curry. A shot by Milton, no good.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
To the left side wing. Harden, left side. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Green comes in for Shake Milton. Here's Sampson. He has 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Nets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
The 76ers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Here's Claxton. Irving can't hit.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. The drive by Green and Embiid. The rebound by the Nets.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Embiid kicks to Simmons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Got to admire the hard work of Simmons, a genius at drawing contact.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. 41 seconds left to play here in the half. Down low. Rejected by Harris.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
Pulls up for 3, and that one's good. Thibault's got his first 3 points of the game.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely. From deep, 3-point range. He made it. He's got it.
Big time.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. 76ers ahead, leading by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what has your approach been so far tonight?
Just trying to play with a lot of energy. Do the best I can on the defensive end to help my teammates out. Post hard.
Dwight, thanks. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Nets trail by 3. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the 76ers. Harris is out there with Howard. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Thibault in at the 2 guard. Here's Luwawu. It's good. Luwabu's got 8 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Simmons looking around. Passes to Howard. Harris against Harris. 6 to shoot. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Harden. And he banks in the layup. He's got 18. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Here's Thibault. Lets a floater go. Tries again. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Ball's knocked loose. And Embiid with the block.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one. You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
That's good from Simmons. And when he first came to America, what a great story this is. Embiid's coach in Cameroon sent him a DVD of Hakeem's highlights.
And that was a good start for Embiid, and good work by you, Kevin, to dig up that factoid. Very nicely done. But you're right, Embiid said he watched that tape every day for 3 years, and you can see evidence of him watching that tape and how he plays.
Irving against Simmons. Outside Jordan, kicks to Harden. The shot missing. Good D by Embiid. Simmons against Irving. No good from Simmons.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Jordan, great positioning on the putback. Jordan's got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Good. 13 points for Ben Simmons.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
Harden outside. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. Coming off a terrific season. 6th in assists, 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Here's Thibault. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Back to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Count it. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Thibault. 5 points in the game. Here's Harris. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Harris outside. He kicks it to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. Harden's shot is off. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They've led by as much as 10.
I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates. And if they're open, they get the ball.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 13. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Thibault. Lobbed up there for Howard. And stolen by Jordan. Simmons against Harris. Harden outside. Shoots it up. And again, it's the Nets missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Simmons against Harden. And Philadelphia with another turnover here. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. James Harden is second.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Irving up top, guarded by Simmons. 3-pointer. Harden, no good. The 76ers lead. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Howard determined to punish the rim and scare off defenders when he gets inside. Watch out now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And Brooklyn has possession after Ben Simmons' miss.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Harden.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the Nets with possession here. After the Sixers pick up 2, Harris finds Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Harris makes opponents pay in the pick and roll, guys, because he's an effective passer with tight handles.
And here is Simmons. He's got 13.
And he might not be a household name just yet. Look, Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
And the first one drops. Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. No good on the second free throw.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that quick first step of Dinwiddie, very dangerous once he gets a foot advantage on the D.
Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Great D that time from Green.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Simmons against Dinwiddie. Knocked loose and stolen by Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
Timeout called the Nets. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
He is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down. Now to see the stats for Joel Embiid. Last season, he played outstanding. He put up about 27 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He's got 12. It's Harden with the drive.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
It's a close game here in Philadelphia. Simmons against Dinwiddie. Harris. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And Harden with the stuff. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Pass to Harris. Simmons against Dinwiddie. No good from Simmons. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Dinwiddie against Embiid. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And now a 4-point Nets lead.
You know, like a lot of shooters, Harris prefers to release off a pass, catch and shoot, not the dribble.
Harden against Simmons. Back to Curry. Shot to stop the run. Count that one. Curry's got 8 points. Here is Harden. He has 29. The pass to Dinwiddie. 1:57 left in the third. Back to Harden. 5 on the clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 31 points.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Here's Simmons. The shot that time, not on target. Brooklyn leading by 4. Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. To the paint. Here's Jordan. Green with the block. And he gets it back. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And then Simmons slams it in.
You really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
On the wing, Harden. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Ben Simmons.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
You know, it's nearly impossible trying to defend Harden. I mean, he has it all in his package. One of the best penetrators in the game. He's a great passer, and we know what he can do scoring the ball.
Harden hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Outside, Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. And Jordan sends it back. And he gets it to go. We've got 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lobs it up for Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Simmons against Dinwiddie. Floats one. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Simmons.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And here's Harden for 3. Offensive rebound. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. Back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Luwawu is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. Simmons on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Again, Philadelphia.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. I mean, it's quite honestly what he does best in pick and roll situation.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Korkmaz checked in for Green. Simmons against Dinwiddie. Simmons passes to Harris. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that was... Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
That's good from Simmons. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 16 rebounds.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Dinwiddie against Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Harris, bounce pass. Embiid. Jordan with the rebound. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 3-point lead. Pass to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. From deep.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Harris finds Simmons. Got a piece of it and stolen by Harris. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now a 5-point Nets lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another part of their game has made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Korkmaz, no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
That one goes in.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Simmons with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Simmons against Harris. Shoots from the baseline. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Nets leading by 7. Here's Luwawu. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Harris. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And Philadelphia calls time here.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Just 4 to shoot. Nice touch on that hook shot. 29 points for Ben Simmons.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
You know, he was waived after his second year in the league, guys, but Joe Harris didn't let that stop him. He improved his skills, and he's carving out a nice career for himself.
And Harris drops them both. Here's Thibault. Passes it to Howard. Here's Thibault, guarded by Harden. They get the rebound. Howard misses. Nets leading by 7. Irving dishes to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
On the line. No good from Simmons. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And Harden with the stuff.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. The 76ers with another miss. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 11. The
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Looking to end the run. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Jordan, the pass to Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid.
You know, Harris is such an aggressive hunter of his shots. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and sometimes they get over-aggressive with him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Unloads from 13. Brooklyn with the rebound. Luwabu's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Now the feed to Irving. Count it. Good. And the Nets lead by 15.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Harden. And the shot goes in. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 11 assists. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin. No doubt about it with their turnovers in the second half.
Here's Thibault. Embiid, the pass to Thibault. Back to Embiid. Outside, Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Howard. Over Irving. Off the left rim and out. Brooklyn leading by 13. Right at the free throw line. Grabs the rebound again.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Embiid. Howard trying to free himself up. Embiid, no good. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Mr. Do-It-All coming away with the assist there. I mean, Harden making sure to keep his teammates involved in the offense.
Kicks it to Embiid. The pass to Thibault. Up again. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And for the Nets, they're shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Lets it go. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's. Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Irving. Embiid inside. Pass to Korkmaz. Embiid trying to break loose. Korkmaz, no good. Nets leading by 17. Harden left side. And Harden with the stuff.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
Yeah, you know, the refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Harden. Thibault, the pass to Korkmaz. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 19-point game. He dishes it to Harris. Now here's Harden. Guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. Irving can't hit. The 76ers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Harris passes to Howard. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. Harden draws the double. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
To the inside, Luwawu. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Howard's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Lobbed up there for Howard. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
And it's denied. Here's Thibault. He kicks to Embiid. Harris looking it over. Here's Howard, goes back up, and it's good on the layup.
The concentration, the strength, the balance. Howard doing a nice job staying focused on the rim despite getting hit.
To the paint, here's Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harden's got 45 points.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though. When everything started to look a little dire, and really put the hammer down.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
That's good from Harris.
You know, over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Harris drops them both. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Durant.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Well, great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 Finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehabbed for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily